The reason why commercial gyms hate Chek practitioners, and the reason being is because the Chek practitioner, if they go through all the levels of the HLC, which is 3 levels, and the levels of IMS 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, their knowledge is so outstanding, it's just unbelievable. Paul Chek or the Institute doesn't give the qualification easy. You've got to do the work and you've got to learn it, you've got to study it. And because a good Chek practitioner level 5 at my level will be charging in the region of 150 to 100 to 200 pounds an hour roughly. And that's because of their studying, and they've probably spent 40k on their education like I have. But the flip side of it is that the managers get very, very jealous because they lack the knowledge and the understanding that the Chek practitioner has paid for to learn. But the thing that I found with clients is that an average client may stay with a trainer for 3 months. Now, if your client stays with you for 3 months, you can't do the whole Chek program on them if you're a level 5, because it takes at least a year to clean up certain things and to get the body undoing all the bad that they may have done. And an average client, I'll find about 14 to 17 things that need to be assessed and improved over time. So the manager might be on 30k a year. So if the Chek practitioner is earning 50 to 100k a year and only working 20 hours a week, and the manager's doing a 40-hour week, can you see where there can be a little bit of jealousy coming in? Now, this happened to me at Fitness First. I was really, really busy. I wasn't even a Chek practitioner then. I was just on the thinking of doing it. And I was really busy. And all of a sudden there's allegation, you're taking money off of clients. I went, well, speak to all my clients and you'll find they've been putting it through the till. So I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even think of it. That's just so unprofessional. So I had that allegation. So I ended up leaving that gym and finding another gym to work out of. The other thing is that as a master level 5 myself, I look after my own health. So I won't see clients at 6 in the morning, or my first client would normally be 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and I want to be finishing at 6 o'clock. Now, before I used to travel from my home to Kensington, Chelsea, Marble Arch and Great Portland Street. Now, all that takes time and it adds to your timing. So this is the reason why the commercial gyms hate the Chek practitioners. Because you have knowledge, and because if you're successful as a Chek practitioner, you're going to be speaking your mind like I do and not being a yes man. So the gyms want a yes man in which they can manipulate and go, right, you need to pay us £1,000 a month rent, but you've only got 3 months in which to build your client base, which is completely stupid. But why they're doing this is because when you sign up to work with one of these gyms, you've got to buy t-shirts, you've got to buy business cards, and they want to put you on their website if they've got a good website. Some of the companies are not even doing that anymore. So, but what they want you to do, they want you to talk to the customers and interact with the customers for free. So while you're paying this huge rent, they bring it in over a 3-month period, and then you'll be paying full peak rent. But if you speak to any entrepreneur, one, it takes 10,000 hours in which to learn a trade or a skill, but to build a business can take up to 3 years. So doing the 3-month window is only so they get the money for the license, they get the money a couple of times, a couple of months, and then you end up leaving because you're like, this isn't working. And the other thing is that the bigger percentage of gyms like the Third Space, Fitness First and other gyms, they don't even have a therapy room. So if you don't have a therapy room, you can't do my 150 assessments on my client in 4 hours because the therapy room is not there. But when I was hiring independent gyms, I would have to book the room out, I had to pay for the room, then pay for the gym, and it was a total nightmare. That's why I do it on my home, because it's much easier. People are not copying me, not making stupid comments, and I can really get a great session with my client without them feeling intimidated by other trainers. Like Gavin Jennings said, it's a dog eat dog world now, and it definitely is like that. But the gyms, instead of having experts in the gym, they want the lowest, least qualified person. So they just become a cash cow for the gym, where they're paying their rent. They might get a client, lose a client, get a client, lose a client. My clients have been with me for over, one's been with me for over 25 years, and my other client base have been with me for longer than 6 years. And that's because I give them new stuff all the time and keep educating them all the time, because that's what they're paying me for. They're not paying me just to count reps or to stand there watching my clock, my watch, waiting for the session to finish. I'm on my client. I'm making sure that they're doing everything correctly, like a full squat, pulling in their transverse abdominis, doing their breathing exercises, and making sure they're doing it in the formula that I learned over the 6 years. So this is why Chek practitioners are hated in commercial gyms. Knowledge, what they earn, and then they're not going to take any BS from the managers. And this is why it doesn't work working in a big commercial gym. The freelance gyms and studios can be really good if they're open-minded and like the system, or just want your money, just going to let you do what you want to do. So thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe, please share, please like. I'm not a pussy. Dyslexic Einstein Bryant. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.